They won't announce it on the news. Most people will sleep through it. But on March 28th, something rare and deeply spiritual is unfolding. A moment so subtle yet so powerful that if you miss it, you might continue repeating the same lessons for months, if not years to come. You can feel it already. That eerie pressure behind your thoughts. That strange feeling that something is shifting in your life, even if nothing has visibly changed yet. A sense that the universe is quietly watching, waiting, measuring. Because it is. This isn't a full moon. It won't shine bright in the sky, demanding your attention. This is a last quarter moon in Capricorn, and that makes it even more dangerous to ignore. Because this moon doesn't yell, it whispers. And if you're not listening, you'll miss what it's trying to show you. This is karmic territory now. And you're standing at the edge of a reset, whether you know it or not. Most people think the moon's energy is about emotions, feelings, healing. And while that's true, this moon isn't soft. It doesn't soothe, it strips. It cuts through illusion and forces you to face what's broken inside the foundation of your life. It asks one simple question: what are you still holding on to that no longer has a place in your future? Because Capricorn doesn't play games. This is the sign of structure, responsibility, legacy, and karma. If Aries is the fire that initiates, and Pisces is the ocean that dreams, Capricorn is the mountain that either supports you or buries you. And right now, the weight you're carrying, it's either yours to build with or yours to finally let go of. This last quarter moon isn't here to comfort you. It's here to hold you accountable. You may feel it already as subtle unrest, a rising impatience, a growing awareness that some area of your life is misaligned, but you've been tolerating it. And that's exactly what this moon doesn't tolerate. The energy of March 28th is ruthless in the best possible way. It doesn't want you to collapse. It wants you to recalibrate. But you have to meet it halfway. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the great teacher, the taskmaster, the keeper of time and consequence. This is the planet that tracks your integrity, your decisions, and your long-term vision. Saturn doesn't reward shortcuts. It rewards effort, alignment, and discipline. So, when the moon aligns with this energy, something powerful happens. You're given the chance to see your life clearly and to rewrite what comes next. But here's the truth. Most people won't. Because the insight this moon offers doesn't come wrapped in beauty. It comes through discomfort, through pressure, through a sense of internal friction that makes you want to retreat. But if you choose to lean in instead, if you pause long enough to listen, you'll hear it. The soft but undeniable voice that says, "This isn't working anymore," and you already know it. This is the point where people usually ignore the signs. They call it stress, burnout, external problems. But what's really happening is a karmic recalibration. The universe is testing your structure, your choices, your sense of responsibility, not to punish you, but to help you prepare. Because what comes after this requires a stronger version of you. So let me ask you, are you carrying something that once helped you survive, but now keeps you small? A goal, a job, a relationship, a belief that once made sense, but now feels too heavy, too old, too misaligned? That's not a coincidence. That's the moon. And she's not just showing you what needs to go, she's giving you the energetic power to finally let it go. But there's a catch. You only get this chance once per lunar cycle. And with Capricorn's Saturnian energy, the effects of what you do or don't do on March 28th will ripple long into the future. The window is narrow, the shift is precise, and the universe isn't going to wait forever, because this isn't just a moment of release. This is the karmic audit before the energetic new month begins. If the full moon is the climax and the new moon is the reset, then the last quarter moon is the reckoning. A sacred checkpoint that asks, have you truly integrated the lessons you were given? And if not, are you willing to learn them now? Because if you ignore this moon, the lessons will return, but louder. If you embrace them, something beautiful will start to unlock. a sense of internal freedom, a lightness, a quiet confidence that tells you you're finally back on track. This is your test, but it's also your portal. Today, we'll explore exactly how to work with this energy, what spiritual rituals to perform, and how to recognize which parts of your life are trying to collapse for your highest good. So take a breath. This isn't the end. It's the final chapter before your next beginning, but only if you're willing to close the current one with full honesty. There's something magnetic about a moment like this, something that draws in those who are ready to step beyond the noise and finally hear the quiet truth that's been waiting underneath everything. This last quarter moon in Capricorn isn't just here to be observed, it's here to be worked with. And if you're willing to meet it with intention, it will meet you with results. But only if you stop treating your future like a concept and start treating it like a structure. Because Capricorn isn't mystical for the sake of illusion. It's mystical for the sake of mastery. The magic of this moon lives in its demand for action, not fast, flashy action, but spiritual architecture. Think of your life like a temple. This moon invites you to walk its halls, check its foundations, and notice what's beginning to crack. And the truth is, something probably is. It could be your boundaries, your routines, your energy leaks. It could be the way you say yes to things that drain you, or the way you keep trying to fix something that's clearly already ended. And while you could choose to keep patching those cracks with excuses, that's not what this moment is asking of you. Not anymore. You're being asked to make a final decision about what you will and will not bring forward. And you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest. You'll know what needs to go. It's the thing you keep justifying, the obligation that feels heavy, the chapter you secretly already know is over. And the last quarter moon in Capricorn won't just point it out, it will magnify it. If there's something out of alignment, it will feel 10 times heavier on this day. That's not a curse, it's a spotlight. So don't resist it. Follow the pressure. It's showing you where your inner architecture is misaligned with your true path. And once you see it, don't try to fix it by force. Fix it with release. Because true power doesn't come from what you hold on to. It comes from what you're brave enough to let go of. And here's where it gets mystical. To truly align with this lunar energy, you don't need expensive rituals. You don't need a full moon circle or an altar, though those can be powerful. What you need is space, sacred space, for reflection, release, and redirection. Because this moon isn't about manifesting more. It's about making space for what you're actually ready to receive. So if you feel the pull, follow it. Set aside time on March 28th to step away from the noise, turn off your phone, light a candle if it helps. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what structure in my life has reached its expiration date? And then listen, really listen for what comes up. It may be subtle, it may be loud, but if you're still, it will speak. Once you've seen it, speak it out loud, not to manifest it, but to claim it. Because your voice is a spell, and on this day your words carry weight. And then comes the most sacred act, the ritual of release. You don't have to burn anything, you don't have to chant. Just take a piece of paper and write down everything that no longer belongs to your next chapter. The belief systems, the fears, the behaviors, the obligations, and when you're ready, destroy it, tear it, bury it, burn it. Whatever feels true to you. What matters is the energy behind it, the moment of no return. Because when you destroy what no longer serves you, you're not just letting go, you're making a cosmic declaration. I am ready to be aligned, and the universe hears you, especially now. This isn't about forcing change, it's about inviting clarity. And clarity is magnetic. The moment you create it, reality begins to shift. Unexpected ideas arrive, support shows up, opportunities seem to coincidentally emerge. That's not random, that's alignment in action. You'll notice something else too. Certain people may fade from your life around this time. Or old issues may resurface, not to haunt you, but to be released for good. This is the karmic cleanup, a spiritual audit designed to help you lighten your energetic load. Let it happen. Because this moon is closing a cycle, not just a lunar one, but a karmic one. And if you've been feeling stuck, confused, or strangely disconnected from your purpose, this is your opening. This is your chance to finally break a pattern you've carried for lifetimes, maybe even longer. But you can't think your way into it. You have to feel your way through it. You'll know you're on the right path when a deep inner stillness arrives, like your soul finally sighing in relief. That's how you know you've aligned with what's true. And from there, everything begins to unfold. Now here's something you need to hear. You've missed energetic gateways like this before. Maybe you sensed them, maybe you didn't. But you've had moments, opportunities to break cycles, to choose differently, to leap forward, that passed you by. Not because you weren't ready, but because you didn't trust yourself, and it cost you time, energy, growth. But this time, you don't have to miss it. Because something is different now. You've felt it. The pace of your life has shifted. The illusions that used to comfort you don't work anymore. You're outgrowing too many things too fast, and pretending otherwise has only delayed the inevitable. The truth is, others will take advantage of this energy. They'll tune in, they'll release, they'll align. And slowly you'll watch them change. You'll feel the gap widening between where you are and where they're going. You don't want to be the one left behind. This is your chance to catch up, to return to yourself, to reclaim the timeline that belongs to your highest path. But only if you decide to step through now. Because once this moon fades, the next cycle begins. And what isn't cleared by then will be carried into the next chapter. So here we are. The moon is waning, the tides are shifting, and somewhere beneath the noise of the world, something sacred is stirring. This last quarter moon in Capricorn is not the end of something small. It's the silent echo before a deeper becoming. You are not breaking down, you are breaking open. Not lost, not late, not too far behind. You are precisely on time for your own return. This moment, it was made for those brave enough to stop chasing and start listening, to stop striving and start remembering, because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs people who are willing to stand in the quiet, to hear their soul speak, to hear the earth call, to hear destiny knock softly and say, now. Let this moon be your mirror. Let it show you what you no longer need to carry. Let it show you what's always been inside you, buried beneath the fear, the pressure, the pretending. And when it does, don't look away, look deeper, then leap. If you felt something shift while watching, it wasn't just in your mind. That was your next chapter whispering your name. So honor it, act on it, become it. And if you're ready to keep walking this path of cosmic insight, of sacred alignment, of becoming the version of yourself you were always meant to be, subscribe, because we're only just beginning. Until next time, be still, be clear, be brave. The universe is watching, and it's waiting for you to remember who you are.